I do it! I do it! Oh, water! Water! No! It's an 88.6 horsepower. Don't forget to grease up your splines. .6 horsepower, short shaft. The guy just wants to pump the water. Again. Oh, the impeller. You guys got to see the impeller while he was here, because you never know. Sometimes they pump water, sometimes they're clogged. I just, you know, being not an official OMC mechanic or, you know, any good at all, just wanted to make sure he knew that if it's beyond something other than an impeller, it could get worse. Could be worse. Quick popped out the housing to reveal our impeller. Not a fin left on it. So, went through the whole lower section, picked out whatever little rubber piece I found in there. New impeller. Let's see if this is as easy as it looks. It never is, but we're gonna see if that shift rod is an issue. I suspect it's gonna be, because what shift rod doesn't have a connector? I'm supposed to line up the water tube and the shift rod, and it's just supposed to go in. Sure. I mean, it's not in. I'm getting resistance. But are we connected to the splines? Well, we wouldn't know because we're neutral. And we can't really shift it because I don't want to take it out of neutral. I could. Stop it. Stop it. Well, before I ruin it, nobody breathe. Nobody breathe. I said don't breathe. It moved. Who breathed? Come on, Justin. Crap on a cracker. Everybody in the comments blame Justin. What a jerk. Okay. And if there's a Justin watching, I apologize. It's just random. Let's put the bolt in to hold it in there, because that was way too easy. Oh, they're in the bottom. If anybody wants to know how to do the job. Oh, goodness. They're in the bottom. 2, I think. Sorry, I'm in the way. Yeah. Nope, those are too short. Oh, these are my thermostat housing cover bolts. That's another story for this motor. We'll get to that in a minute. We got 3. Okay, so 2 long bolts and 1 not so long, a little bit thicker. 2 go there. Give you guys one guess where this guy goes. Good job. I'm gonna go with John. Good job, John. Oh, there's a John in the comments. I'm not gonna tighten these up because I'm gonna just tighten. I'm gonna make sure it shifts. I don't. There's no way this worked. So why did I go through this whole thing for this thing to just slide on up? People are saying they can't get it up. I really do apologize. Jay and Silent Bob special here today, boys. Dick and fart jokes. Jokes. Bill can't speak. Getting it back in is an issue. So, what I read was to make sure that lower unit's in neutral. And then, obviously, your handle's got to be in neutral. And what I gather is, it rotates it, sticks flat together tight, and rotates. I don't know. Probably something wrong. It's probably supposed. There's nothing. Everything's under the power head. So unless you got to take the power head off, which I don't think so, I think we're good. Those bolts are in, but I don't want it to slide down. So we're gonna. Oh, where's the? Oh, there's a nut. Where's the nut go? I thought maybe the nut. Maybe this went up and nut. Push this in. There we go. Beautiful. Let me get my lower unit installation tool. This is not too big. 3/8 for all of them? Yup. 3/8 bolts for all of them. Hey guys, neutral. Prop spinning? Better not be. Forward. Is it spinning? Is it spinning? Don't lie to me. I cheated already. I know it's spinning. I put the camera on after the fact. You think I would play with that kind of noise? Heck no. It's spinning. Look at that. Forward, reverse. Alright, so so anybody having issues with that lower unit installation, hit me up down below. I really think you got to either just play with it and pray, because I never get lucky, so that's a miracle in its own. Or make sure the, again, lower unit's got to be in neutral. I knew that. You can spin the prop, I was spinning the propeller shaft to see if the water pump would spin, and it was. So I knew I was in neutral. And the motor did come to me in neutral. So, you know, and just play with it and keep going. Any comment below, and if you're having issues, I'll see if I can research it for you, because I did some reading and I wasn't seeing anything. I mean, I saw some things, but I can't explain it. You guys want to see it run? Yes. And vomit. We gotta get the Cadillac of motors out of the barrel, but I've never seen this thing run. He said it ran. It wasn't an issue. It wasn't a running issue. It was an overheating, non-peeing water issue. So I want to start the Evinrude up cold. You guys saw. You should have seen the video by now. I don't know which one's gonna get posted first. I think I'm gonna flip the carbs back around to see if we can duplicate the result. Oh, is this thing gonna fit with these stupid hydrofoils? So.
Is that one big?
Okay, no, it's little. Well, the hydrofoils to keep the prop from hitting the old tube there. 88. Talked about this one. Water pump. Waiting on a spring for the stupid thermostat. Don't mean we can't run and see if it runs. I have not started this motor. He said it ran. Didn't ask. He did not ask for a tune-up. But I can't be, I can't do this. Expect money if the water pump that I just repaired don't pump water. So we're gonna start her up. If it don't run, at least he'll know about it, and then who knows? Maybe he'll want me to repair it and get it going again. Boy, it feels like it's a never-ending.
I'm gonna use it in the
Trend some tie down. Well, this one's interesting. It's got a cable throttle, 88 6 horsepower cable throttle with a custom bracket try, with a throttle on the side for cable control. I think that's cool. Pull start, pull primer, but cable throttle here on the left. This cable has a wire cable, but nothing. Not my problem, not my issue.
Because you didn't turn it on.
I didn't turn it on, thanks, pal. But even if I turn it on, this is gonna do nothing. It's not connected. Over here is our, he must have a cool boat. All right. This was the one where was not supposed to go together. Watch your butt. 88 6 horsepower. This one should be fine on 50 to 1.
Wait, Dad. Did you show the
Alright, let's see if she runs and pumps water.
Dad.
We're more absurd. So we're looking for water to come out here because I got no thermostat cover. We could put the, you know what? I'll tell you what. We'll make sure water pumps out of here. We'll put the cover on, and then see if it comes out the bottom.
Dada.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see all the people? Did you let them all the people see your big light motor?
Yeah, I don't. Do you guys want to see my face? Is it awkward if my shoulders and me talking? It's like, watch the motor. Don't watch the bald-headed weirdo. Question for the guys who have that pull choke, the throttle. What do you call it? Pull primer. Do you have to pump the bulb from the tank too? Is it both? What's the point of the pull primer? That's your choke, right? So you got to do both. I don't know. I did both. All right, let's I don't think this thing's gonna start. I just have an inkling. Let's. Is it in neutral? Now it is. Throttle forward is this that we want. There we go. Oh, wrong handle. There she goes. Okay. Okay. Less throttle, more throttle. Hing! Go! Oh. I love that noise. Okay, nothing yet. More throttle? Yep, it's less. It's a choke problem. I don't think this pull primer works. I don't feel fuel going through it. Drill maybe? Is it getting fuel? I don't know. This is a new silly setup. Primer bowl's full. Carb's full. Should start. Does it have spark? He told me not to touch it. Well, he didn't tell me not to. I don't think this thing's been going for a long time. Boy, that's fun. Alright, we're getting the drill. Let's go full throttle. Ow, it doesn't like that. Womp womp. Stupid safety. I don't think this thing has spark. I hear a lot of air going in there. When does it pull the safety? Oh, I see yours. I got it. That's a cool design. I hear air, no fuel. Huh. Both plugs are dry, no fuel, which I suspected because it feels like it's sucking air out of that primer. Let's see if we got spark. I'm assuming we do. Just gotta figure out why the fuel is not going into the carburetor. It's definitely in the bowl because my primer bulb is full. Ow. I'm gonna get shocked. Faux show. No spark. No spark. Coils look fine. Nothing. No fuel either, to be honest with you. Nothing. Not on the spark issue, but this is a newer motor. Coils, trigger. There's no points to clean. Now what? Ground? Gotta be ground cable. No sparky. Oh, kill switch. It's like I know what I'm doing. No, I don't, because people who know what they're doing check that first. I'm not checking for spark. No, I'm not. I bet you it runs. I bet you she's a one-pole monster. I bet you. I got an inkling. Something in my bones is telling me. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. Oh, I love it. I love it how stupid I am. I figured it out though. That's got to count for something. That's why my man said, don't touch it, it runs. Just make the water pump. Make the water pump. I can't tell the water pump if it don't freaking start. Alakazam, Alakazoo. The kill switch isn't stopping me. How about you? That didn't make any sense. Let's go. Everything's in my way. It's been my way before. Why do I keep... Throttle. Yeah! I do it! I do it! Oh, water! Water! No! I fixed the water pump. I knew water was gonna come out. I forgot. There was that right at the No, everything's okay. It's a joke.
Do that.
Look at the camera. Sounded like I was having fun. Let's put the cover on. Hey, it pumps water. Can't pump water if it's not coming out the... Right? Yep. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. I gotta clean the camera lens. Y'all can't see nothing. Ruined my $400 camera. New motor. Let's put the cap on, see what happens. Alright, cap's on. Not super tight. No thermostat. Pay attention. I see no reason why this thing shouldn't just... Peace out of here. It was nice knowing you. 6 horsepower. Lower throttle. Higher throttle. Install. Oh, she don't like something. Started. Pump water. That's all I was told to do. But he did say, so just make it work. Start again. Too high. Probably too high. Why do you keep stalling? Huh? I don't know how to work this primer bulb. Am I supposed to stop doing that? Well, simmer down. How's the bulb? How's my bulb doing? Full. Carb's full of fuel. Come on. Flooded. Gotta be flooded. Started, ran great. Carburetor's full. Flooded. Has spark, obvi. What are you looking? I'm gonna say not flooded. Pull the plug, dries a bone. I think there's a fuel issue. Let's just see how many turns this, I hope, is the slow speed screws in. Half. Somebody screwed with it. Half, whole, 1.5. Maybe a little bit less than that. Here's 1, half, 1. There's 1.5. Plugs are dry. Gotta be fuel. Fuel pump looks new. Right? When you flood something, usually the plugs are full of fuel. Isn't that it? Oh, it'd help if I had the other spark plug connected. How many of y'all were screaming that in the comments? This thing started anyway. Started perfectly with one. There she goes. Warm up before we give her any fuel. One. Come on, don't stall. I gotta show the video that damn thing's working. It's flooding out or something. I need the drill is what I need. Let me check this out. All right. We're going to film with the phone right after we get it running, just so we can show that the water pump is successful. She's like running, but she's not. Primer bulb is full. That carb is full. Everything is working. Check the spark again. Spark cutting out? Highly doubt it. Sugar. Gotta get this thing running one more time for a quick phone vid. Just to prove it's pumping. Okay, now we look flooded. That's not bad. I'd rather that than dry as a bone. Okay, that's better. Get the air pump on. You know what? Let's try some new plugs too while we're at it. These are QLs. I don't have that. I have J4Cs. Okay, J6C's in. Air compressor's running. Like I said, we got fuel this time. So fuel's getting in there. Flood her out. Let's see what is going on here. With nothing. Stay running. Come on, Cam. Stay running. Waiting on the spring for the thermostat. Brand new plugs, just gonna stay running. Come on. Over the throttle. Lower the throttle. And she'll stall. There's no way you put new plugs in it and it stays running. It's just not my style, know what I mean? You get me? I love that girl. Stay running, stay running. Stay running. I'm gonna play with the idle screw if it's gonna stay running, stay running. That dang screwdriver is missing. Let's have it work. So, no. Stay running. There, let the flood out. Hey, doesn't like low idle. Let's change this up. Really doesn't like this low idle. Stay running. Sure. All right. Yeah, something's off with something. Keeps going. Let's see what the plugs. See what the plugs look like now. Is it flooding out or is it heating up and losing spark? Those are my two wonders. Plugs are hot. Dry. They don't look oily at all. It almost looks like not enough fuel. I mean, they're dry. You know, not enough carbon building up yet, but dry like the last plugs before I. So my guess is it's starving for fuel. I don't think it's a spark issue. So that means fuel pump could be going. It looks new. It's in the right direction. Nothing wrong with my tank. I've been running motors all day. I'm not screwing up these spark plug threads. Heck no. Hey no. It does like the new plugs though, I'll tell you that. But if he's got other electronics, it won't. We didn't flood out. We lost fuel. I'm not gonna keep priming it. She should be primed and ready. Primer bulb full and ready, so that bowl's good. What's up? Didn't like it was starving fuel. Let's turn her in a scotch. I don't know, for some reason the outboards I work like less gas. Tried to fire. I wonder if I flooded it out there. So let's go more gas. Let's check this. Put it back in. It was 1.5 turn out before, so let's go 1. That's half. 1. There's a half. Let's give her a scotch more. Not likely. Now that it's running, let's see if we can adjust it while it's running before it stalls out on me again. Starting to stall again. Likes it better there. Opening her up, see if I can get a gallop. Locked in a little bit. Maybe? Nope. Opened her up a little bit. It's gonna stall out again. Turned her in a little bit. I mean, 1/8 of a turn at a time. The second motor I had where these mixture screws are real picky. In a scotch, starting to bog. In a scotch more. No change. Little perk, little perk. Lower the throttle. Oh, that's as low as it goes. Kind of high idle now. Do I have a stop screw? No. Yes, but no. At least it's staying running now. Water's running a scotch hot. Cool as a cucumber-ish. Alright. Combination of plugs and mixture screw. This is another picky one. She'll throttle up. Put it in gear first. She likes that.
Okay, in an effort to get one motor running and out of here, we did the water pump on this. Easy peasy. Started up. Little spark issue. Got it running. Now all of a sudden it runs for a little while and then stalls and dies. So we're gonna quick put a carb kit in it. Pray that's it. These plastic top carburetors are so bad, but hopefully there's something wrong with the fuel. I was seeing some white goop in the carburetor. I don't think my fuel is bad. I just ran it. Carb off these is very easy. This nut's easy to get to. The other one, you gotta just pull the two 5/16 bolts off the starter rope. And then you got to take your cam fowler off, which mine broke. And then you'll have full access to the nut. Pop this carb off and find out if a kit, or if it's dirty. Hopefully this plastic top isn't warped, which they all do. People over tighten these things.
It got me good. I realized he like sliced my nose.
All right, making progress with the kit here. The only thing I wanted to say is some of these, I don't say, but some of these kits, cheapy ones, careful of your needle seat. If you feel like you're cross-threading it, you are. I found that a lot of these aftermarket kits have a bad thread pattern on the needle seat, so I didn't want to cross-thread it in permanently, so I used the old one. Not ideal. It'll be fine. I just wanted to make that note. This carburetor's got the weird low-speed jet. The plastic top carburetors are garbage. If you can use a regular one, use the metal top bowls. Try to applicate the metal bowl ones for your motor if you have this kind of carburetor. If this carburetor doesn't work, I might look for one. We'll see. But I got everything like, yep, the float's nice and level. When you open it opens up about 1.5 inches down. I don't know if you saw that, but that's what I like. Or 1.25 inches, I should say. The only thing I'm worried about is lining this thing up. Oh, also came with a tube, a new rubber tube for this little passageway here. Too big. So, can't use that. Had to use the old rubber tube. We just got to screw our needle in here, and this carburetor is reassembled. Okay, the plan is to replace this plastic top carburetor with a different addition just to see if we can eliminate the carburetor. If it still acts the same, we'll check this fuel pump though. This fuel pump looks great. Why do I think it's the carburetor? Starts, runs, great, couple minutes, runs, starves for fuel. It just stalls and dies out. We had a spark checker on the back of this firing away. It dies out, like the spark stays bright. So I'm thinking it's not getting hot and then the coils are going. I'm thinking it's running out of fuel. If it does the same thing with a new carburetor, 100% not the carburetor, we'll do it with the fuel pump. If it does it with the fuel pump, then we will look into maybe the charge coil on this, because again, we did find a lot of black oozing here. So there's a very small possibility that one of the charge coils is getting too hot and faltering. We'll get to that bridge when we get it. So right now, let's take this carb off, and we're going to put on, as Derek calls it, the Evil Bay, a good old-fashioned, tried and true metal top. Come on, come on, be camera shy. Metal top carburetor. This thing is tried and true. Now, it does have a choke knob. We don't have a provision. Oh, man, I really cannot speak. It does have a choke knob. We don't have a provision for that. We'll figure that out. It's got a low speed needle. We can figure that out. We want to put this on, see if this thing will run with this. First things first is we got to take this carb apart, clean this up, make sure that this is in okay shape. But we have the throttle mechanism that'll work perfectly with our setup, I believe. Yeah. And the outlet tube for the fuel is here, so that'll be perfect. And the choke fuel sprayer goes into the intake, so it's not into the carb. So this carb will work with this, and I might even have space for this needle in here, which will be even better. Let's see what happens. Today on the Blackout Bill channel, a very foggy close-up shot because my lens is terrible. This is an outro. We're finishing up the white motor 3 weeks later. Here's your tip, mechanics tip of the day. When you get an Evinrude Johnson with this plastic top carburetor. Throw it away, because it is trash. Y'all, it's hot in New Jersey, and I don't vlog, you know this isn't me, but the humidity, I mean, it's 80 degrees, and it feels like 100. It's supposed to go up to 98 today. We don't do 98 in Jersey. I'm good with the heat. Anyway, white motor, 6 horsepower, Johnson, 89. 89, got a 98 and 89, I keep flipping them up. Water pump, change, beautiful. Start it up, show it for the guys, about to take it home. Stalls. Okay, start it. Starts, runs, stalls. Fuel pump looks great. Carburetor, plastic top. Cody Bass, credit for this one, the garbage raider, he calls it. It's the second one I've ever had out of the 40 outboards I've played with. And change the carburetor, boom, motor runs like a champ. So, if you're having some sort of issue with fuel, I knew it was fuel because it would run and then stall or die. Throw this out, get an 80s style metal bowl, metal top carburetor. If that don't do it, at least you know the carburetor ain't the junk. So what we did was, because it's an 89, it's got this primer set up. It's got this primer set up. It's got a fuel hose that's supposed to go into the carburetor, but this newer one doesn't have a setting for that. So I just hooked up the fuel line, and if the rubber hose goes into the intake, you can still choke, you can still flood the engine for a choke-like setup. And I just pulled the choke knob out. The choke plate was actually bent. I know I'm moving around too much. The choke plate was actually bent, and I wanted to take it out all the way because the other one doesn't have a choke setup. It's got this. So the choke plate is just going to be a restriction at this point. So I took the choke plate off, pulled out the knob, and now it's got a newer setup. There's a hole here and a hole. Ow! That's a flywheel. Watch your hand. There's a hole here and a hole here. We didn't have to plug those. It seems like it's not messing with the air fuel. And there's a hole on the top here. I really don't know what that does. But this metal top carburetor is what you want. It's got a slow speed needle setting, but once it's idling, you shouldn't have to touch this. The high speed circuit's fixed. The 6 horsepower carb, just like the motor. Done deal. Idling in a barrel for 20 minutes now. Crawls, steer, shifting water. And stalls when you put it in gear and rev it up. Thought I had a win. I thought I had a win. Okay, minor hiccup. I think something was stuck in the high-speed circuit. It's fine now. It's a little picky with the lower speed. Revs up, goes in gear. It needs to be on the water, not in the barrel. The smoke's getting to it. It's running good. Panic averted. Let me get this thing out of the barrel, clean it up, send it on home. It's a win. The motor runs. It needs to be on the water. We need to, it needs to run the bugs out of it. It hasn't ran in a while. Thanks for tuning in. 25, the Yamaha, the other 25, the 28, this week, getting done. Let's get to it. Appreciate you guys sticking with me as always. See you in the next video.